Hello and welcome to today's live stream. I am super pumped and ready to rock and roll and share today's kind of photography news, some reviews, some inspiration to get this 3-day weekend kicked off. Buenos dias, ¿cómo estás? How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Let me know where you're joining from in the comments below. So I was trying to brainstorm ideas on how to get more views. So I thought putting a puppy in the live stream would be a great way to do this. George, this is George. Hey George, he wanted to say hi to everybody. Hi. Okay, I got to do the news, buddy. I got to do the news. Let's go. Sorry. I'm sorry. Aren't puppies just freaking adorable? Hello, guys. You did not come here for the puppy news of the week. You came here for the photo news of the week, and welcome. Thanks for joining. So again, we're back in the home office. I know I'm kind of messing with your head a little bit here. This morning, there's actually a local school that is doing a live stream for their graduation up in Norwalk, and they stopped into the store yesterday. So I ran to Norwalk this morning, got them all set up, and then it was either go to Avon, which was a 45-minute drive, or home for 30 minutes. So I swung back home, going to do this for you guys, and then I'm heading to the store. So that's why we're kind of mixed up today. And we're also doing this on a G7X with the webcam software. So let me know how it looks. You know, it's kind of a wide angle, so it's kind of in there close, but I think color looks good. Let me know. So let's see who we have here. We have Les. Les says hello. Hello, Les. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you. Jim Summers says batteries are juiced and cards are clean. Let the shooting begin. Absolutely. Loving seeing your bear shots that you have in the time lapse. All great stuff coming from you. And then Kara, I want to say that's Zolos or Zoyos. I don't know how. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. Hi from Avon, Ohio, right down the street from you. If you want to, stop on by. We're there all week. We are, except next, I got to let you know. We are taking Memorial Day off. We're not usually there on Memorial Day. So we won't be there on Monday, but the rest of the week, we'll be there. And we're there tomorrow. So let's go ahead and jump into the Friday focus. This is, if you've been on here before, you know, this is one of my favorite things to talk about because it's the news. And this is an industry that I love so much. I love everything about the news, the industry, what's going on. And I want to keep you guys informed. You know, so I scour all week. I'm bookmarking stuff, making sure that I have the most up-to-date stuff for you guys. And then I also put some inspiration in there. So there's a couple like articles and things to get you inspired for this weekend. So I hope you enjoy. So let's jump into it. I also want to let you know that we do have a podcast. I do it from this chair right here with my friend Justin Gamble, and we talk about the business of photography. We talk about everything from starting from scratch, you know, right there from the beginning to, you know, setting up pricing was our last episode. So if you want to, you know, get up to speed on that, you could just go to our website, which is social.thepixelconnection.com. And that has all the information about the podcast. And we would love it if you'd subscribe. That would mean the world to us. And also give us feedback. Like, we are 100% open for feedback. So if you're like, hey, you need to fix this, or hey, I really like this episode, I'd like to hear more, let us know. Like, we create this content for you guys. We want to make sure that we're solving some problems for you, so that way you can get back to photographing and doing what you love. So jumping into it, some housekeeping notes that we have. We are open at the store, like I mentioned. So there will be somebody monitoring the live chat too if questions come up. But we are at the store from 10 to 7 Monday through Friday and 10 to 5 on Saturday. And like I said earlier, with that special note, we're not going to be there on Memorial Day. We're going to be grilling out, having a good, no, I don't know what everybody's doing, but we will not be there on Monday. So take note of that. But you know what will be there on Monday? Our website. You can always order through our website. We have curbside. Anytime that we're there, we have curbside pickup available, and also free shipping on a ton of items. So just want to let you know. And if you do stop by the store, you know, there are a few things that I want to kind of reassure you, if you will, of things that you can expect. We are disinfecting as much as possible constantly. We don't let two customers touch the same camera without us cleaning it first. We're going through and making sure that everybody stays, you know, 6 feet apart. So we're doing our part to make sure that we are keeping you safe and comfortable in the store. So, you know, again, if you don't feel comfortable coming in the store, totally fine. Give us a ring and we'll bring the stuff out to your car. You just pop the trunk and we can put it in there. You don't have to come in if you don't want to. But it has been nice seeing a lot of our regular customers in the store, some that we haven't seen in months. So it's good to see them as well. So we're trying to do our part to make sure that you have a comfortable shopping experience. So for a couple more days, the PPA is giving away all of their content for free. So if you go over to ppa.com/inittogether, there you'll find access to a ton of tutorials. You'll find everything from business to how to shoot a wedding. They do this really cool wedding shootout on there. So there's 3 different photographers, and you know, they kind of show the wedding from their point of view. So there's a ton of content. If you've been around a while, you might have heard of PhotoVision. PPA bought PhotoVision, which was all about like education and I have a couple DVDs around here, those discs that you would put in a player and watch. You didn't stream it. Well, all of that content is now on this site as well. So definitely urge you to take that out or check that out. I put this in the top of every presentation. They're not paying us to do that. I've been a happy PPA member for many years. It's helped me grow my business. So that's why I put it in the front of this show. So what are our goals for today? First and foremost, I want to update you on the photography news that you might have missed. I dig all week, and sometimes it's tough. Like this week, there was not a ton of news. So I tried to put a couple more tutorials in there, and I want to share that with you guys. I want to make sure that you're staying inspired and that you are staying locked into the photography industry. And honestly, I have this kind of selfish goal, and that's to pull you away from the fear, uncertainty, and the doubt. There's a lot of craziness going on. We don't know what's going to open when or where, or maybe if there's like a resurgence. We don't know. But you know what? We know photography. We love photography. That is something that we all share common. We have that in common. And photography is great because it has the ability to pull you away from things and allow you to get lost. And that's my goal today, even if it is for 20, 30 minutes, is just to pull you away from the fear, uncertainty, and the doubt. So also, I want to get you motivated to try something new. Maybe you've never shot birds in flight or got into food photography or live streaming. I'm hoping that I can be the inspiration that kind of gets you to do that. That's what we've been doing with these live streams. We've tried to inspire people to try something new, because at the end of the day, that could become something that makes you more money in the future. Maybe you start doing headshots when you've always done landscape, so then you can make a little bit of money. So that's my goal, to arm you with that. So let's get into the news block. So starting off, we have news coming out that we broke this last week when we had talked about this. It was in a rumor section, and honestly, it's not a rumor anymore. So it looks like Sony will be coming out with. They've put a little countdown timer on their website. So within the next 4 or 5 days, they are coming out with what is rumored to be called the ZV-1. And it's basically a camera that's designed for vloggers. And a few of the renders, I think they were renders, they might have been photos that I saw. They have a couple, like a pop-up mic, I think was one of them. Basically a small little point and shoot like this one, this G7X, but made for vloggers. So it'll be exciting to see from the little... what would you call that? The little silhouette there. You can see it's going to be a slide out screen, so it's not going to pop up. You can also see that little bump. Let me see if I can get my mouse over there. You see that little bump over there? Pointer. So you see that little that little pop up there. That looks like it's going to be a microphone from some of the photos that I saw. So it's exciting that, they are not, going away from, staying dedicated to content creators. That's, to me, they're listening to their customers. They are adding in features that creators need, and I think that is awesome for Sony for doing this. We'll see what the specs are. We'll see what the price is. I would love to see this be in that point and shoot line, but have it be a little bit cheaper, a little more obtainable for some of the vloggers that are out there. I would love to see a 1-inch sensor. I would love to see 4K at 60 frames per second. These are all wishes. I don't know if any of them will come true, but that's what's fun about rumors. And like before these cameras come out, it's cool to just like think about what it could be. So I want to know what you think. In the comments, what would you want to see in this vlogging camera? Like, what would be the monumental feature? And sky's the limit. I want it to have 16 Ks. I want all the Ks in my camera. I want to know what you guys think. So I'm going to jump over to the comments really quick. Say hi to a couple people that joined us. Hello, Karna from Michigan. I almost switched it. I almost called you Canton from Karna, Michigan. So brain's not working this morning. So hello, Karna. Good to see you, albeit virtually. Hello, Travis Brooks from Sandusky, Ohio. I was just right around the corner from you in Norwalk not too long ago. And then hello, grateful for this awesome community of photographers. Absolutely. That is our goal, to build a community of like-minded photo lovers like yourselves. So this one's sad. So it looks like Olympus has been pulling out of is pulling out of the Korean market. And, why is this important? Well, the Asian countries tend to really covet smaller cameras. So Panasonic, Olympus, Fuji cameras, they do really well in those countries. So we're seeing a decline here, in the Korean market, but we're also seeing, I read another report that it was down like 75%. Camera sales were down 75% in Japan. So it's not upsetting. It's sad to see that, we've already seen a little bit of a downturn on, the Micro Four Thirds cameras, albeit they have amazing qualities. They do things really, really well. I shot it for 2 years when I worked for Panasonic. I'm even rocking my, Panasonic here. But we're seeing this decline, and it's across the board. And what I fear is this is going to be a snowball effect, that we're going to start seeing these companies become more and more affected. I mean, even in the US, we've seen layoffs happen. We've seen production slowed. We've seen, items not being able to come into the country. So, that's really, really hurting this market. So I'm hoping that, we can be resilient, we can push through it, and we don't lose great camera brands like Olympus. Now, this is, again, it's not the end. It's not doom and gloom. I mean, the US is still strong. Other countries, they report is still strong. They're just focusing their efforts more on their medical line in the Korean market and other markets. It's not, they're not just totally done. This isn't like those rumors that have been out in the past. So sad to see. But hopefully other companies and Olympus here in the US will continue to remain strong. So I was super excited about this one, guys. So I recently started shooting I picked up a 1DX Mark II, 1DX Mark II, yeah, a couple weeks ago. And I am amazed by the speed in which the new cards, CFast, CF Express, XQD, how fast those cards are. And then the other day I switched to an SD card and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I aged. Like my beard is like starting to turn gray. It's just so long for these photos to move. I'm getting so spoiled by fast cards. Well, it looks like there's a new SD card coming, the SD Association, which is several companies. So I know when I worked at Panasonic, I'm pretty sure they were part of it. I think like there's a bunch of companies that came together and they sit around a round table and they say, this is SD, and they design cards and they have standards. So that way, when other manufacturers like Delkin, ProMaster, Lexar, all the different Hoodman, all the different manufacturers, they're making it to a standard. And that's what allows us to take, this SanDisk card and put it into this Canon and then take it out of there and put it into this Rodecaster. It's because they're a standard and everybody can develop on the standard. So it's awesome to see things like this where we're getting new, faster cards. So this is SD Express 8.0, and they're promising 4 gigabytes per second as far as transfer rate. Guys, that is super, super fast. And that's just, I'm thinking at the end of a wedding, my wedding photographers out there, how much nicer it is that you could just pop all those photos over there super, super quickly. It's just going to speed up your workflow, and time is money. So it's awesome to see that they're, increasing that speed and making it better. But then if you actually dig into it a little bit, they're also future proofing this with other pin designs. So they're leaving a couple empty pins so those can be used for other things in the future. So you might see a resurgence of like the iFi type of cards where, those pins can be used for that type of data transfer. It could be used for, several different things. They could, in theory, they could make them cards even faster in the future, with different contacts. So they're also future proofing it so that they're not just putting it out there and seeing, what's going to happen. They're actually going to, this is kind of a future proof design to get them through the next several years. So this was an interesting one. DJI lost they lost a lawsuit a couple weeks ago, and that could mean that there are certain DJI drones that are going to be banned from the US market. So I think this title's a little clickbaity. I don't know that DJI drones are really going to be like thrown out. I could see DJI maybe coming to a settlement, but if that settlement's too high, then DJI might just not play in this market, where they have now lost a patent filing. So they've been told that they are in the wrong, and they're basically going to have to ground. And I looked at the patent a little bit. It's the folding wing design is what's getting them into issues. So like this Spark would be fine because it doesn't have the folding wings. So there might have been other things in the lawsuit. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I briefly glanced at like the actual documents. But yeah, so if you do have a drone, there could be a chance that that's the last one that you can get. So it's interesting. I mean, it sucks that, people can't get these drones. They've been putting them out and they've been increasing the quality over time. And that would be really unfortunate if they had to, get rid of them. But that's the world we live in, guys. That's the world we live in. So let's jump into the education and tutorials block. One of my favorites, because I'm actually going to do one of these this weekend is my goal. So this was interesting. So this is 6 wacky DIY phone rigs, blah, blah, blah. So I want to bring up this video. So just bear with me here as I open up another tab. Let me play this video here. And then we will copy this here. Hey guys. Okay. So this is I shared an article last week from the same company where they I forget what they made. Oh, they were doing some food photography stuff. But check out some of these awesome little rigs. I'll kind of fast forward through some of these. This one is really neat. It's like this steady cam made out of a mop and like things that you have all around your house. And it looks wonky. I'm like, there's no way. Like this isn't gonna work. Like what? You're really going to use a Swiffer wet jet to do some footage, and look how silly you look. I get it. Like just stick with me though. Look at this footage that comes out of this thing. Now, could you go out and buy, a nice gimbal? Absolutely. But look, I'm surprised from a phone rig just how good and smooth that footage actually is. And then this one was pretty nice too. This was a DIY time lapse rig where it's basically cut out of foam and then it's adhered to an egg timer. And then he actually shows the example. So you're getting that kind of moving time lapse look as it goes around. And you could actually take that footage into something like Premiere or Final Cut and smooth it out so it's not as jittery, and it would look really, really good. So again, if you're looking for a little DIY fun video project this week, I definitely urge you to take a look at that. I think that'd be awesome to build something like that. And I'd love to see what you make out of that and what you can create with it. Oops, it took us back to the beginning. Moving right along. The other thing is this. So this is a DIY portable. This is meant to be put on the wall. But how many times do you have like chargers all over and they're in your bag and then you have to take them out of your bag and plug it in, or maybe you buy a second charger. So then you have, in your office, you have a bunch of, chargers lined up there. Check this thing out. So this is a DIY camera charging wall. And I'm actually thinking about taking this a step further and just putting it in a Pelican case. So that way, all I have to do is unplug one cable and boom, I can just be for a wedding. I can have all the different batteries, for my flash, for my drone, for my AA's, for my speed lights, and have it all in one place because I use 3 different batteries. So I use the small Canon point and shoot battery, especially if I'm going to do like a time lapse. It's nice just to toss it up there. Or sometimes I'll give that camera, like if they're getting on a bus, and say, hey, don't worry about breaking it. Just take some awesome photos. I'm going to follow you guys. So I use that one, the 5D line, and the 1DX line. So I have 3 different batteries. And that's if I'm not doing video. Because if I'm doing video, then I have the C100 batteries as well. So my plan is to use something like this. And then underneath of it, get like a large cell battery and put it underneath there. So that way, even if I'm remote, it can still be charging those batteries. And it's super easy to do. It's basically a piece of plywood. You're painting it, you're drilling through it, and then you're doing cable management all along the end. And it goes into this Anchor USB. It's like a USB block where you can plug in like 10 things. And again, how nice would that be that you can have in your office and just pop your batteries right on? You never have to worry about, do I have the right cable? It's just ready to go. So that might be you have a 3-day weekend, guys, and Home Depot is open. Although I did have to stand in line there the other day. It was packed, but it is open. So jump over there and get some plywood and you can build something cool like that. Also, remember to tag us. If you do any cool stuff over the weekend, we want to see it. Just do hashtag Pixel Connection, whether that's on social media, post it to our page. We love seeing what creators are creating. So if you are into birds in flight, this was actually something that I was working on because I've never really shot birds in flight. So I wanted to share this tutorial. He is one of the best. Like if you look at his YouTube channel, it's like Backcountry Productions, I think it is. His name's Steve Perry. But he goes through and tells you like what to set your ISO to, how sensitive should your auto ISO be? Should you use auto ISO? He goes through like 10 tips on creating these or I'm sorry, not creating, doing bird in flight photography. So if that's something that you're working on and that you value from, I definitely would urge you to take a look at it. And people are like, well, how do I get these links? I can't copy and paste on my screen. How do you do that? I send out an email every week around 6 o'clock that has all of the links in it. And all you have to do is go to our website and you can just sign up there. And as soon as you're added, you'll get that invite. Or you can always shoot me an email at social@thepixelconnection.com and I can get you signed up as well. So I want to let you know about the Sigma Shot at Home. Guys, I don't know if you noticed or not, but we did a ton of stuff with Sigma this week. And thank you so much to Sigma for sharing some awesome presentations with us. We covered, how to shoot air-to-air from an airplane to adventure elopement weddings. So again, I urge you, if you want to watch any of our previous content, you can go to our YouTube channel or just scroll down on Facebook. You'll be sure to find it. But Sigma is doing a shot at home contest that is a lot you can win a lot more than our weekly contest. I think they're doing $500 a week in the photo category, $500 a week in the video category, and I think they even have a monthly prize. So I urge you, go take a look at it. And I put the link there. But if you go to Sigma's website, just sigmaphoto.com, they have big banners and you can just click on it and you'll see it. But it's a great way to win some extra money while you're cooped up at home. And again, if you want to watch any of our videos, you can find them over on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/thepixelconnection. So let's jump into our rumor roundup. Not a ton of rumors this weekend, guys. We're seeing this week, we're seeing things move into production, like with that Sony camera. But one thing that I thought was interesting was Sigma is going to make RF lenses soon, according to the rumor. This is from CanonRumors.com. Can we get a woot woot? I love the idea of Sigma glass being able to be used natively on the EOS R line. We have the R, phenomenal camera. RP, phenomenal camera. This rumored R5 and R6, guys, have you seen the specs on that thing? That thing looks amazing. So the only issue right now in the line is Canon is putting out, it's good and bad. Canon is putting out some, if I can say this, kick-ass glass. That rhymes too, which is awesome. But they're putting out some great lenses. They're just, some of them are a little pricey. So now if we can see Sigma come into that market and be able to do smaller form factor lenses and bring their, even if they just start with bringing their art line over like they did with Sony, that would be huge for RF users, especially when you have the RP coming in at around $1,000. Like you're getting a full frame mirrorless camera for $1,000. And then if you can start putting all this great Sigma glass on it, woo-wee, game changer. Canon's doing great stuff. And what happens is, and I'm going to digress here for a minute. So I get this question, or people say all the time that Canon's been sleeping, and 100%. I agree. They've been sleeping, but they were shaken. They were woken up, and we can see what's happening now. Now Sigma's like, okay, Canon's taking this seriously. You know, it's not like their M line where they only put out a few lenses, few bodies here and there, or other products that they got rid of. Okay, they're taking it seriously. So we're now going to put time into, or R&D budgets into putting great lenses out there for this lineup. So again, it's a win-win. It's a win for Sigma. It's a win for Canon. And then it's a win for us consumers because that gives us more choice. So I want to let you guys know about Pixel Photo Fest. So Photo Fest is still going on as of right now. It looked like events of like 300 people. I have to reread it, but to be 100% sure, I don't want to quote anything, especially on a live. But right now, we're monitoring that situation very closely, and we're making sure we've been in contact with Cleveland State to make sure we're good to go. But as of today, as of 5/22/2020, we are good to go. So we have some of the best speakers in the industry going to join us, from topics ranging from lighting to cinematic portraiture to weddings to social media. Like we're covering the whole gamut. We got everybody coming in, and you've already met a lot of these folks. And if you haven't, you can go back and watch our videos and kind of get an idea for who they are and what they talk about. But again, some of the best in the industry for $99, guys. Yeah, you heard that right. We are giving you $100 off by using the code LUNCHANDLEARN. 3 days, intense education, top people in the industry, boom, $100, $99, less than $100. It's a great deal, and I would urge you to sign up if you haven't already. And if you have signed up, bring a friend. Like, bring someone along with you. I challenge you to bring a friend. So if you need a friend, if you just need somebody to talk to, we have virtual one-on-ones. We'll be your friend. Now, what the one-on-ones are meant to explain a certain concept in photography, or let's say you get a new camera and you want to learn every single menu feature of that camera. That's what those one-on-ones are for. I worked with somebody recently on live streaming, you know, how to get started with live streaming. So those are available. So if that is something that you need, you know, a little training, little tutorial, then definitely sign up for those one-to-ones, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Speaking of help, we have been teaming up with Sigma. Again, here's that Sigma line again, where we are taking 5% of your lens purchase, and that is going right to the Cleveland Food Bank. That's helping people here in the Cleveland area to get food that they desperately need right now. So again, if you've been thinking about that Sigma lens, guys, we have some awesome sales too. I'm going to get to that slide, but now's the time to buy that. It's not going to be cheaper than it is now, and you're not going to be able to help families in need. So, oh man, I forgot to put it in there. So it's not supposed to be in there. It was supposed to end yesterday, but if you're looking at Sigma lenses, we're still doing that $25 and $50 deal, that little promo that we did. Just don't blab it, if you will, because we were kind of supposed to end it yesterday. But that gets the 150 to 600 down like sub $900, I think. So again, it's a great deal, an extra $50 off, a great lens. And like I said, you get to help families in need. So I hope I don't get fired for saying that or get us in trouble. But if you guys want to take advantage of it, you guys are my lunch and learn crowd. We will definitely make it work. We will do whatever we have to. So moving on from there, I just wanted to let you know that we are, I'm still finalizing some of the things for next week because it's a 4-day week. I know we have a couple Fuji speakers scheduled. We have a lot scheduled for next week, but it's all kind of in limbo because of the holiday week. So I will get back to you as soon as possible. Just join me back here on Tuesday and we will have an amazing speaker. I promise you that. And then we'll go over the rest of the classes and stuff that we're going to have as well. So it is time to announce our winner. Let's see if this little, oh, that's the wrong sound effect. There we go. There we go. We have our drum roll, if you will. Time to announce, this is our winner today. So CZ Wildlife Photography, great little long exposure. And the reason I have to explain kind of why this photo was chosen. Number one, it looked very painterly. You know, I've seen a lot of the night or the sunset photos, but not a ton that were done in the long exposure. So you get that kind of almost reflective glass. It looked really awesome. So again, congrats to this week's winner. You won a $50 gift card. Well done. Can we get a little round of applause there? I love being in my home studio because I have fun stuff like that. So there it is. There's the $25 and $50 off. So $25 off any regularly priced Sigma lens, $399 or less, which is a really good deal. And then $50 off any regularly priced Sigma lens, $400 or more. So some of these lenses have never been on sale before, and this is the first time because they're so new. So again, now's the time to jump on that. So let's see what else we have. Oh yeah, Tether Tools. They did a class with us a couple weeks ago. They've extended their Tether Tools sale until the end of the month. So you can save 10% off Tether Tools, which doesn't really go on sale that often. So I would urge you to take a look at that. If you have any questions at all, or you want to get the slides from today, just go over to the Pixel Connection, just sign up for the newsletter. You'll get it tonight, or just shoot me a message at social@thepixelconnection.com. So guys, that wraps our Friday focus today. Sorry, I'm just going through the comments. Interesting idea to use the Pelican chart and charge remotely. I know. I think that would be super awesome, especially if I can figure out a way to do like just hook it up to a power inverter too in my car. Then I always have everything perfectly charged. I was literally thinking about this today. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that was the battery charger, I think, as well. David, hello from Twinsburg. Never did any vlogging, so I have no idea what should be included. Great feedback. So again, maybe it'll be a camera that is very good for beginners and you can start vlogging. We can see what's going on over in Twinsburg. Do you guys still have like the twins thing, like where all the twins come together? I knew some friends that went there. Congratulations to our Facebook winner, or our Fuji, or our winner from today. That's what all those round of applauses are for. So thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate this. I'm like so excited about the Friday focus. If you guys need anything from me, please let me know. Reach out on social, shoot us an email, whatever I can do. I'm here for you guys. I really hope you have an awesome 3-day weekend. Happy Memorial Day. We'll talk soon. See ya.